guys, this is SCV Spacebub. Right now I got for you a 1 versus 1 between the Red Protoss Danger, who spawned in the bottom left corner, against a Terran who spawned on the right bottom corner, who's called Faptor. Actually, well, I'm actually quite surprised. Right from the start, the Danger normally doesn't say good luck or fun and all that. He's quite a quiet type, this guy. So we got Danger here, who's normally a pretty good Protoss. He goes for this Stalker Colossi or Stalker Void Rays. So I wouldn't expect anything too funky of him. So we'll probably see a 3-gate, then Robo, or a Stargate, hopefully. And then on the side we got this Blue Protoss, what am I saying? Blue Terran! That's a bad blunder. So we got this Blue Terran here, who's actually not well enough. Find that weird. I mean, as Terran against Protoss, the first thing you want to do is wall off. Purely because if Danger just went for this gateway right now, he is getting this gateway. And he did decide to throw down a Zealot Rush. He could even potentially make it here. So if he was going for this proxy Zealot Rush, I mean, this wall could keep them at bay. And with some repair SCVs, you're more or less set and in a good shape. But if you don't wall off any kind of units here, we'll just walk in and have fun. So I really don't know why there is no wall by the Terran player. We do see the wall by Danger though. And as much as the Protoss player shouldn't wall off, the Terran player should. So we should see all those buildings here. And against Terran, you don't really want to wall off, because if they got siege tanks, then those buildings would just get sniped from the low ground. Also, since Zealots are the first unit, then in early, like if there was an early push, then we would see that those buildings would die just from getting shot, and this wall would be more or less useless. So if I go to Danger screen, he did see this command center, he did see the lack of wall, and he did see the racks. He didn't see the gas, however, and there is gas getting built. He's also making the orbital command center, and he is making it at 1619. So this is a pretty standard opener for Terran players. So we actually see that this SCV is about to die, but there is also a Marine which saves his ass. So this Marine does get a free kill. This SCV is nearly dead. Go back to everyone's view. We do see the Cybernetics getting thrown down. I mean, at this point, Danger should be aiming to throw down another gateway and probably make a Zealot or two for defense. But we do see a very fast factory. We also see the second gas getting up. So maybe it's some attempt at Banshee Rush, because there is nothing on this, and there is this quick factory. By nothing I mean the attachment. There is no attachment on it. But there is a bunker, so there is a bunker for defense. So, by the looks of it, we might see some Banshees, because the Terran player does seem to be able to, to turtle in a little bit. While Danger on the other side, he is making this pylon, he is making the forge, and he's also going to work on this 2 gas when he passes those probes on it. So we do see that 3 versus here, 3 versus here, and he is working on triple gas, but he's not making units. Which is rather strange, because the first thing you really want to do is make some units. He is going for the Stalker, but look at his minerals. I mean, he has nearly 1,000 minerals, and he could be just using it. I mean, well, this is not really good play, not a good opener by Danger. If he is going for this 3-gate Robo, 3-gate Stargate, the first thing he needs will be the 3-gate, obviously. And he should be throwing these 3 gates here, unless he's going for cannons, and then he should be potentially building them here, because we do see a starport, and the Banshees will be coming in, as there is even a tech lab ready. So we will see some very early Banshees by this player here. It's actually 5 minutes into the game, so we will see this Banshees will be coming in pretty fast. Although he is working only on 1.5 gas, because this only has 2 harvesters, and as we all know, to optimally harvest a refinery, you do need 3 SCVs. So like I said, we do see these Banshees coming in. There is a second starboard in build. There is a supply depot, because he is near a supply block, an SCV to just get this economy rolling. And I think that, no, it's stuck here. That's rather strange, but we do see this Banshee, so we do see this Banshee coming in pretty fast. We also see that there is no cloak in field, because he doesn't have the resources. So, if I go to income tab, we can see it's 19 to 17 harvesters, and Danger being slightly in front. He is getting this robo, and he is finishing this third stoker, so he will be trying to grab his natural pretty fast, go for his like pretty standard fast expo. And there we go, we actually see both of those Banshees that actually getting made. And we also see that this cloaking is on the way. I don't know, will he go for really early harassment with this one Banshee and just send her in to just harass, because there is no cannons around the wall. There are those stalkers, however, so she won't be able to do that much. We see this double gate coming in. We also see another pylon, and the robo is halfway done, which could potentially be trouble for this Banshee. These Banshees, there is one on the field already. He is making a second one, but he doesn't have enough income to actually work from both of those, because he's also making Marines. So you see this SCV, the Scout SCV, did get like all the way here, and he's just standing there for like 5 minutes now. Not a good situation to be in, because you don't want to waste SCVs. He's also building, so if I go to income tab once again, it's 21 out of 20, but because of this mule, we do see that the Terran player does have the minimal advantage right now. And this is the point where those Banshees will be for a big of a surprise. Here comes the Observer. So I really like this play. He is getting this early Observer to make sure that he knows what's going on. And in any case that the opponent is going for some kind of a tricky Banshee, then, you know, you're just going to know what's going on, because, oh, bye-bye SCV. So this SCV did move and died. And, well, to be honest with you, I think Danger is quite in a good shape. I mean, this cloaking is on the way, but these units are just going to run straight in on this Observer, and that's not a good situation to be in. He is making 3 stalkers. He did see those Banshees, and he does need to pull this Observer back if he wants to be able to do anything with it. Okay, so these Banshees are getting into his base. This Observer is just running away, and that's not a good thing to do, because these Banshees are right here. He's actually making the war prism as well, but he should be able to get those cannons. There's actually a third Banshee on the way, and he does see this Banshee. So he did see this Banshee going. He is slowly getting back, but these are pretty slow. So all these probes are in trouble. They do not have any of the detectors to actually help them out. There's even the stalkers not being moved in, and there's another, well, there's still the war prism getting made. So that could be potentially trouble. He does need to move those stalkers in to try to deal with those Banshees. This pylon could go down, but there is this Observer here, and those Banshees are getting repelled. He didn't lose the Banshee. He did delay all the mining at the main and all these probes. I think he lost quite a few probes in this as well. So it's 21 to 14 harvesters, and that's not a good situation. These probes also do need to get back to work, so he does need to get them back to work ASAP. I don't know why he's not doing it. These probes are just sitting around. They're not even mining. You can see his mineral income is 0. His gas is only 48. He only just now getting back. It's really late reaction by Danger, and that's no good situation to be in as well. So this Banshee's actually done more damage than I thought, because of the late reactions to actually get them back. And here we see the transition. So this Faptor player, he does go for a transition into mass marines, I suppose, because he does have this second racks coming up. He has the engineering bay coming in, probably for infantry upgrades, siege tech research, and the tank. So he should be quite set to do quite a lot of damage with it. I actually see 2 more stalkers getting made. So this miner is up and running again. He does need to make more probes though. He does have this base here as well, but it's not enough. He does need to like try to catch up somehow, because there are like 4 Banshees here. We will see a stalker drop. Well, I was thinking we're gonna see the stalker drop to the main here, but he's actually opting to do it there. So he just has to. But the problem with this is he does have to actually walk into the base, which could be a problem. And this tank will be able to get siege in time as well. And these, well, if I were him, I wouldn't really move out of those banshees, because if those stalkers do get in the base, this could be really big trouble. And here comes the stalkers. There isn't much defense in the base right now. He does need to pull those banshees back ASAP. He is gonna snipe a few of those supply depots, but he does need to be aiming at those SCVs. Those banshees still are hovering around in the middle of the map. And here comes the banshees. They are falling back, trying to save as much as they could. So 2 supply depots did go down, and Fapto did put his siege tanks back. So this one here and this one here, they actually just in range now, but the first tank is pretty much useless. This tank here is there. We also see this tank will also de-siege. There is a band of stalkers though, and these banshees could potentially go down. There is an observer as well, and there you go. One banshee does go down. Second banshee also goes down. But these stalkers do need to get the hell out of the range of the siege tanks, and it's exactly what Danger is doing. So this is really a good play by Danger so far. And here comes the banshees again, and they are just gonna get shot. So they did manage to snipe one stalker, and they did even get those stalkers into the range of the tanks. I think they actually ran out of cloak. No, they didn't run out of cloak. They did just get decloaked. If Danger wants to continue this push, he does need to be spawning more units here. Another stalker just went down. I don't think that Danger would actually try to keep it. He still goes into the range of the tanks. That is not good microing at all. So it was a good idea to get this war person here, but he does need to be spawning more units if he wants to keep it up. I mean, he is not making probes at any of these bases, and he does have this 3 gate just waiting around doing nothing. And here comes the sieging tanks. So I think this will be it, because there is this tank here. They're actually gonna try to slam this tank, but they should be aiming to move, get a bit closer. This tank can't shoot. They are still in range of this tank, but this could potentially go down. No, it was really close. It was a close call. He is forcing this tank to be repaired, but you can see that those stalkers did also do a bit of damage. They did slow down the mining by quite a bit, and I think that right now we see that these players are back leveled. So we see a probe getting made finally by Danger. He did let his macro slip. He's also made a raven here. I don't know what this raven is for. So we got an expansion here making probes. He is also chroming it, but this one is not. Oh, now it is. So we do see that both of this are making. He does have this 3 gate still. He should be able to get another 2 gate, maybe another robo or something, because right now he's not actually making much, and he is still doing this harassment here. But this tank is full, and Danger's actually moving in with the warp prism, I think. No, he's not. Well, he was. Don't know what he's doing with this warp prism here. He could be. It was probably a misclick. He should be moving this observer in first to just see what's going on, and he is doing exactly that. So Danger will see this tank, and he will see this marine. You'll actually see this tank as well. So he's not in too good situation to be in, because at this point you can see there are 2 tanks, and there are all those stalkers here. Oh, and this observer also goes down. So that's big trouble, because there are those 2 banshees here. They have been repaired as well, and this marine is just hacking happily away at this observer. So this observer could potentially get away if he's lucky, and he is lucky. So he did manage to just scout the whole base, but he knows that this harassment at this point will not really work. He needs this observer back here, or get another one. He does have another one from this base, so he does move it. It's a bit risky move though, because there are still no cannons. So if the banshees do go in again, they could delay this and could potentially destroy all this. So we see that Danger's macroing right now is pretty bad. He does have those 3 gates. He's not using them. He does have this 1 robotics facility. He's not using it, and he's not even making more probes. He's actually opting for a sentry as well. So we do see the sentry here. We also see a pack of stalkers. He's actually moving them. I really like this play right now. He has the stalkers, and he is just moving them out into the base. He's actually gonna drop this on a tank, I think. Yep, this tank will get sniped. He's actually setting so many SCVs up the line. Those SCVs actually block the tank, and that is not good. This tank did de-siege. This one was siege though, so it could be trouble. All these SCVs are going down, and even this tank could potentially go down. There is no blink. He can't blink closer, but this tank is gonna go down. He's actually putting them back into the warp prism, not to lose them, and he should be able to drop them here, and that will be more or less it. Another tank does siege, and those two marines are just like there. This sentry does go down. If it's not careful, this sentry will go down. It has 11 health. It is in the red. It did get something up quite a bit. But Danger does need to like sort out his macro in, because he does need to throw out a few more gates if he wants to win this. Because his opponent does have 2 starports and like 2 barracks, 1 factory. He's actually making another Raven, so we will see some turrets, I suppose, because there is no Seeker missile, and as we know, Seeker missile is generally better for different kind of troops. So these banshees are going in. There is an observer here, but this sentry does go down. No, it doesn't. They actually run into the observer range. This sentry did actually get sniped at the end, but that observer is still there. He should be able to move it. That's a bit closer, and he does need to be making more troops. Here comes the turret as well. So there is a turret here. This turret does go down pretty fast. Doesn't even get rid of the shields, so didn't really do that much. And here comes a tank. So this tank from the high ground will be able to shoot down on those troops. Yep, but now they're in range, out of range, and they're back in range again. And that is not what you want to do. You don't want to just like suicide your stalkers. But okay, we do see that this did happen. He does have this warp prism in here still, and it just delays his expansion for so long. This expansion is still not up. Danger does have his up and somehow running. If I go to income tab, we can see the difference here. 11k minerals to only 4k minerals, because there are like so many SCVs not working as well. But this expansion did kick in. There's also a 11 half versus difference as well. But he does need to be working on it. He needs to get this gas going if he wants to make any different troops. And there we go. We see 2 colossi on the way. We see this research, the thermal lance research, which gets the colossi range up to 9, and also additional 3 gates just completed. So we do see this 6 gate slash robo, and his opponent is just trying to go for I don't really know what he's going for. You see this warp prism actually going in again. Oh, it's getting shot. He does need to get it out of that. But here there are no turrets here, so he could potentially try to just snipe them here, but he'll be able to see. So there is quite a nice work getting done to prevent those. You don't want to be behind the main base. This 4 stalkers do go down, and that is so bad. Micro in by Danger. He just ran into this missile turret. He ran into this one, and well, this did die. So those 4 stalkers did die. He does have this 6 gate. He didn't swap those. Didn't transform them. So that's, I don't know what he's doing. He's not really playing well right now. He did just build his gas here, but does need to make a few more probes. He's not doing it though. He only has 2 half versus on this. He has no half versus on this gas, and that's really not good. He should be also able to get another robo facility. I'll use chrome because he has 100 chrome here. He has 100 chrome here. He's actually supply blocked, and once he built those spirals, he actually realized, oh look, I got 3 gates not transformed. I should be getting that. So we do see that there are 6 wrap gates on the field right now for Danger, and he is doing this like quite unusual build. I haven't actually seen a 6 gate, but we do see this. So this will be a mass stalker with a few colossi. He's actually going for those 2 azimuths as well. Does he have a detector? No, he doesn't. This detector is all the way back here, and there are banshees coming in. There are 2 banshees coming in, so he does potentially need to make another observer, or else he will be in big trouble. So we do see that he is just now making those SCVs probes. I've done it again. I seem to be doing it in every game. I call probes SCVs and SCV probes. But there we go. We did see that one banshee did get completed. Another banshee is on the way. But there is also this concussion shells and siege tanks. So we could be potentially just seeing another harassment coming in. This observer did go down, or will go down, I should rather say. And I think it was another one. It was one here. There is still this observer, so we should be potentially able to get this bug into the game. And here we come to like talk from danger. Dude, not funny. You've killed my observer, man. That's not good, man. Yeah. So we just see this expansion is getting up. He's actually blocked his SCV with this auto turret. So we need to wait for this auto turret to actually go down before the expansion goes up, and that's not good. But we do see this one turret here. We do see a photon cannon here. A pack of stalkers. He does need to be working on the expansion as well. If he cannons off the expansion, those benches will be more or less useless against this army unless he gets more. Because there's only, if I go to unit stab, there's only 4 benches in the field, and that's not enough to really do anything against cannons. I mean, if you get a lot more, like if you watch any of my games, I normally get in the later games, I could cut a game where I had 20 banshees, then you can just plow through those cannons. But if you only got 4, not really good. Banshees are really good units, anti-ground, and even though everybody says that they are only good for some harassment, they are also good to go mass. You could just like mass loads of banshees and annihilate any ground foes. The problem is those banshees don't actually attack air, and that's the trouble. So one Viking, one Phoenix Void Ray could just like destroy 1,000 banshees. So this base is saturated up and running. This base is also saturated, except this gas. There are only 2 workers on this gas, and he is building those cannons around his mineral line. However, he does need to be working on his own expansion, another one, because this main is getting mined out. And this actually did. This is also getting mined out. This SCVs will probably transfer here though, but he has nowhere to transfer these these probes. So he has like 400 here, 200. This base is more or less mined out. He does need to be working on this one, or maybe going for some kind of a cheeky gold here. So we see another Colossi coming out. His opponent not doing much. He does have a lot of resources, but he's not making an army. I mean, he is making a orbital command center and his natural. He is making an armory. He's not making troops though. None of the racks is working, the factory isn't working, and the stappers are also not working. While Danger just continues to pump out troops, so we do see this Colossus. He is not supply blocked anymore. He was supply blocked. He did make a bunch of pylons, so he is not supply blocked anymore, and he could potentially be throwing down additional 6 stalkers. This doesn't reveal the army though. So he does see these Colossi, he does see the stalkers, and he is making those Vikings to make sure he can just destroy those Colossi. And here comes the probe. I don't know what this probe is doing, but here comes the probe. We will see probably an expansion because, like I said, this is mined out. He does need to be getting this 3rd base up and running. He could potentially be going for a aggressive double expand, so we will see this nexus here. He has enough minerals though to also throw down a nexus here. And that's what I would have done at his. If I was him, I would potentially do a double expand right now. He has so many minerals, so much gas, he needs to be using this to his advantage. So we see there are 3 Vikings on the field, and there's also a tank coming up. And this observer did finally die. This missile turret does get him, so it's 1, yeah, there are 2 observers that died, and he does need to make another one because the Bash is still on the field. He does opt to make another Colossi though. He's actually queuing up 2. If you see this, I mean, it's not a good play by Danger right now because he is queuing up those Colossus where he could get another robot facility and just make continuous 2. So but that's not really good macro, and he does need to get more production buildings, or at least use them because he's not even wrapping in those stalkers. This expansion is getting up, and so these probes will probably get transferred. Good potential also to see that he only has 2 harvests on this. He also only has 2 on this, so that's really quite weird. He should be throwing down additional 2 on each. We also see a 3 starport somewhere, so it's kind of a weird game. I think he was stockpiling those resources, and we might see some carriers because there is this like away from the main base. He is spotted now on 3 stargates. He's also defending it with phantom cannons. I will also see a vehicles 1 upgrade. Yep, here comes the vehicles 1. So these tanks will get 1 to attack. I mean, at this point, realistically speaking, players should be on 2-2, maybe even 3-3. I'm excusing Danger because he never does upgrades anyway. He's useless when it comes to upgrades. But I just want to see how many SCVs are actually in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SCVs are working on 1 mineral field. When this expo is not saturated, he should be throwing all those SCVs here. I make them work. He actually is protecting his base with those Banshees. So we see air weapons 1, so we will see some air force. We do see that he is still making those Colossi as well. Really good play here. Good combination of troops. We'll see that these gates are still getting used. He could potentially be throwing another 6 Stokers, like I mentioned. He's making 3 Void Rays. And I don't really know if that's a good idea because there are like Vikings and Marines on the field. And Void Rays are not accounted to that. If he wanted to win the S superiority, he does need to be working on getting Phoenixes instead of Void Rays. Or at least be chroming those Void Rays. If we go to his bases, 2 chromes here, 4 chromes here, and 4 chromes here. So that's not really good play here by Danger. This vehicle, weapons 1, is done. There's also a Twilight Counter coming in really late, so he does realize there are tanks and that he does need the blink. So we do see a scan here. I don't know what he actually saw. He didn't actually see this army moving out. So he did see that there is no expansion here. And he did also scan there, so he does know that it's natural that this base has been working for quite a while. He didn't see the timing of the expansion though, and we do see those tanks on the high ground. So he is making sure that this base does not get sniped, because like those tanks, he really does need this base. He is working on a 1 basis still, and I think Danger will be grabbing the gold as well. He did destroy those rocks, and he will be probably throwing a Nexus here. So we see a couple of rays. We do see that air weapons 1 is getting done, and we also see there is. If I go to, I can't even remember what I was going to go to. Income tab, that's the one. If we go to income tab, we can see that they are still strongly ahead. They be in Danger, of course. So Danger's 47 harvesters, 1,000 income, 6,000 gas. His opponent has like a half of that, even not a half. So at this point, Blue will be in deep trouble because he will be running out of minerals, which you can see. So he's out of minerals, he's out of gas. He's even making a missile turret, and I don't think he can afford that right now. So we actually see that he is grabbing this expansion here. He does have a lot of spare minerals. He does need to be throwing down those Stokers, and he is actually making those. There's a blink. There is blank coming in, and armor 1. So I don't know if it's a full transition into Void Rays, but he should be throwing more gates. I mean, he has so much income that he does need to be working on all his production buildings. And oh boy, this base is going down. There is no protection to it, and just like I said earlier, there is a observer coming in now. So this base is gonna go down. I mean, there is no protection. All his forces are away, and here comes the Banshees. Bye probes. What can Danger actually do to prevent this? He does have this 6 gate. He can be throwing down 6 Stalkers, and he is doing that. The observer is still on his way, so he won't be actually able to see them. And 4 Banshees actually managed to take out the whole expansion. He didn't even move the probes away. So really bad microing, don't know what you call movement of probes. But it's really bad play by Danger. He loses his expansion. If we go to income tab, we can see that it's more or less even right now. They both work on one base, and he does need to be moving in with those Stokers if he doesn't want to lose this expansion. But this Nexus does go down. I mean, seriously, really bad play by Danger right now. One of the Banshees is actually going down, but one Banshee for like 40 probes, not good. Actually, two of the Banshees did go down. But he is grabbing the gold, and I mean, at this point, his opponent is at 133 supply. Danger is at 159. I think he could just win this right now by moving out. Ooh, here comes the Banshees. They're actually gonna try to destroy this. I think they're just gonna run into those cannons though. Don't know why he's keeping them there. It's kind of a random spot. Flying units cannot control Xel Navaga towers, and he is leaving those cloaked Banshees right in the middle of the map. And I think Danger should be aiming to move out right now. He is using this Chrome on his Nexus. Finally, he's not making probes at this Nexus, which is weird. But he should be just like aiming to move out and destroy this army. Oh boy. This expansion is actually locked down because those siege tanks are having the shots in. I think even the Nexus is in range. Yep, the Nexus is in range. And if he doesn't want to lose another expansion for a stupid mistake, he does need to be aiming to move out right now. Or rebuild this. I don't think it's worth it though, because he's actually going to spend more on building a Nexus here than he's actually going to gain. So here comes the Void Rays, and he does need to be moving in with his main army as well if he wants to take it. This Viking does go down pretty fast, and here comes all those Void Rays. I mean, he is actually trying to fight, but there is a bunch of Vikings. He should be falling back. I don't think he can actually take it. He does have 1-1 upgrades. Those Vikings have no upgrades, but yeah, he does lose like additional 3 just on running away. Those Stalkers really good against Vikings. He's actually still fighting. What the hell is he doing? If I go 2 units lost, we can see Danger strongly behind. He lost nearly 10,000 worth of resources, while his opponent only lost half of that. But now we got the Stalkers as well. Those Colossi should be moving in from the side. And there you go. Bye bye Vikings. And one actually got sniped. And 2 got sniped. 3 got sniped. Well, that's not good. He does need to get his Colossi though. He's leaving that close. I don't know why he doesn't decide to move out right now. He should be aiming to try to destroy this. But there are like, I don't think that those point defense domes actually work on those Void Rays. And I think these Colossus actually run into the Banshees. What the hell is he doing? Oh boy. He's actually just going back and forth. He sees the Banshees and he just lets them have 3 shots. He needs to get those. He does need to get those Stokers here. He does have blink. He can't just blink underneath them and destroy them. One Colossi nearly goes down. He is strongly in the red. He has only 30 health. And he does need to move out. He does have the forces he needs to destroy this army. He should be also making more as well, but he is not. So we do see infantry weapons 1 coming in. We see that there's like only 3 Voiders attacking against those bunch of Vikings. So it is forced to fall back. The gold didn't actually get to it. He lost additional probes. And I mean, right now it's really bad situation to be in for Danger, who doesn't want to end the game. I think he's having fun or something, because he could totally annihilate this force using those forces. And there you go. There is a fight coming in. Those Void Rays are engaged in them. They are trying to drone in those Vikings, but they're not doing that really well. And so those Stalkers is getting shot. This time getting additional kills, and Danger needs to macro a lot better if he wants to win, because he just lets his forces die. He's not even making troops at the moment. There are 3 more Vikings. We can see Danger not making a thing. He has 3 no working starports. stargates. He has a robotics facility and a 6-gate, completely not working. So here come the Colossus. They're actually gonna try to go in from this way, and that's not good because there are 3 Vikings here. So they will get those 3 shots, and bye bye. What is he doing? He didn't even bottom attack move, so those tanks did get a lot more than they should have. He's trying to move from the side, but he didn't take his stalkers along. So these stalkers are only coming in right now, and all those colossi are going to die. He needs to get them to fall back. There's only 1 colossi left, and I think this also is going to get sniped. No, he just about managed to hold on to that 1 colossus, and he lost additional 6. So we can just see how bad micro-win Danger has. So these tanks do need to de-siege. If they would have a chance, he needs to de-siege those tanks. And there is still those Void Rays. If he moves in for a double attack, then he could potentially snipe all these tanks, but he's not doing it. He's concentrating on one side. This expansion does go down. Blue has no income whatsoever right now. There's only 1 tank on high ground here. And he's destroying a refinery while getting shot by a tank. I mean, what the hell on earth is he thinking? He should be aiming to just blink up or whatever, but he's not doing a thing. He's getting shot. And look at his minerals. Nearly 5,000 minerals, 2,000 gas, no production going on. He's actually down to 103 supply, and he's just like not playing his game at the moment. I think he just got a bit overconfident. He does have the high ground, so this base is locked down. And here come the Void Rays. They could potentially snipe all these tanks. If he's not careful, they go bye-bye tank. Another tank goes down. Another tank goes down. He needs to de-siege them, move them out, move the Vikings in. He does move them Vikings, but a bit too late. They actually enrich the turrets, so they are forced to fall back. There are only 5, I think. There are only like 5 Vikings here, 4 even. So he did lose these 3 tanks. I think it was actually 4 tanks, because this one, there is no tank here. Oh, he could have just de-sieged it and moved it. If I go to units lost, still pretty much good for blue. Danger red is still strongly behind because he's not macroing. He's not microing, he's not macroing either. But he does have income, he does have this 1 base working. He should be making to make more troops. And finally, here comes another 3 Void Rays. I don't know why we're not seeing 6 Stalkers though. He does have this 6 gate. His opponent can't actually afford to make any troops, so he's just standing there and turtling, trying to see what he can do. We actually do see those Stalkers as well. So 6 Stalkers are on the field, 3 Void Rays coming in, and the only way Fabto has a chance to win the game if he lifts this up. If he lifts this up, and with all those SCVs that are not working, moves them here. He actually has 12 SCVs not doing anything. So he could just like try to make something happen here, but he's not. So we see a pack of Void Rays. And another tank actually goes down. No, he actually engages the... I don't know what he's doing. He just lost a Void Ray here for no reason. He could take that easily. I mean, there is just so many turrets though. So another tank goes down. Now he's engaging those Vikings. He needs to micro them. They go range of 9 and they all go down. So bye-bye missile turret. We should be seeing this force coming from the other side, and that would be it. But he has decided to destroy a Raven while getting shot by a missile turret. So another Void Ray does go down for no reason. And there you go, he is only now moving in. There is a pack of Vikings here though. They actually get to snipe another 3 Void Rays, another 4 Void Rays actually. So that's not really good play at all by Danger. He is making another 6 Stalkers though. He is trying to rebuild his supply. I think he actually forgot he has an army here. He could potentially just use this army to try to come in from the backside. There's only 2 tanks here. And like half of the Viking army actually went down to the Stalkers here. So at this point it's 55 supply, 233. And I mean, since Blue cannot even make an army, then I don't see how he's planning to win this. He doesn't GG though. He is still trying to micro something out of this. If I go to Unistab, we can see there are 4 Mordors, 5 Vikings, 3 tanks and 6 Marines against 35 Stalkers, 1 Colossus and 7 Void Rays, and more coming in. And there's still no income for Blue. And here comes this force, they're actually moving. So this Stalker army did move in. The Colossus is still on high ground. If I go here, oh, we actually see a... well, I don't know why he's moving these SCVs to this expansion here, because he doesn't have enough minerals for a base. So if this base goes down, he is screwed, and he is actually using up all his minerals. He did have enough for a base, but he actually spends it on repairing. So those Stalkers are trying to fight. They are blinking close to the tank. They're concentrating on the Marauder though. So this tank did get another shot in, and all those Stalkers could potentially go down. These Vikings are forced to land, but there is a bunker here, so there's only a little pack of Stalkers left. This army is not moving in though. We do see the Stalkers are standing there. We do see these 4 Void Rays coming in. There is still this bunker though. 1 Viking goes down already. So he's down to 3 Vikings, 4 Marines, and Danger still has loads of troops left. This Stalker is actually still up. That is pretty awesome. But here comes the Stalkers. Here comes additional Void Rays. And I mean, I don't think he even has a troop left. While that goes down, the last Terran troop goes down, and he can't really make anything happen here. So he does say the GG, and Danger here does overcome his opponent, although I do not think he deserved it, because his macroing was not so good. His microing wasn't really good either. He should have been making continuously out of those gates. If you're a Protoss player, you do need to make sure you keep constant pro production. That works for any race. You need to have as good economy as you possibly can. You also do need to have a lot more production buildings than Danger has. He only has a 6 gate. You can see his resources here. You should be aiming to have around 200 of each at hand at best, because you just want to be making troops continuously. We also did see this robotics facility, so I think the Terran player was a bit better with microing, but his macroing sucked ass. So Danger was just able to outswarm him. He did get this natural pretty fast and mine it out. Then he moved on here, and this Terran, they just tried to stay in one base. When he expanded way too late, and actually got taken out by these Colossus. So I hope you liked this game. It was Danger vs Fapto, and the commentator was SCB Spacebub.